Hi, collective. So tired that I feel delirious, but I'm still going to do your read. Let's go ahead and use the Rider Waite deck. See what's happening for the collective, please. Happy New Year. Hope y'all had a good old time. This is interesting. Because we're going through the times that we're going through right now with COVID, to me what this looks like, I've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. I've got the Seven of Wands in the upright and the Friendship card in reverse. So this is how your spread looks. Okay, so this depends on the way or which subject you would like this reading to apply to in your life. If this is a love situation, we'll break it down like this. If this is a love situation, you are not feeling plentiful. You are not feeling bountiful. You are not feeling fulfilled. You are not actually riding in and out just for one night stands, this is really kind of that hanky panky, I'm here and then I'm not, catch me if you can kind of energy. That kind of passes us by peripherally. You may have dropped something recently. Somebody, something, some place that was feeling like it was kind of just coming in and out, uh, just like anytime they wanted to. This is somebody who's very bountiful, very plentiful, but she also may be a little bit of a player, or a little bit of a, people who start projects and then just drop it and they never come back to it ever again. That's more of this energy. This energy, however, is changing that. And you may be defending that change and stop dropping a friendship, is what I'm hearing. I know you guys heard the charger drop on the floor. It literally just dropped out of the wall. I don't think I kicked it, but I might have. I don't know. I just literally the way that happened, I'm really clearly understanding that you dropped a friendship, or you're defending not being friends with somebody. You're not feeling the love. And it's probably because they treated you like this, coming in to take your wealth and then leaving again, or showing up for the good parts and not for the bad parts, or not feeling, friendship is a two-way street, so you've got to exchange information both directions and communicate about things, and that may not have been happening here. Someone was kind of like, oh, I'm here and then I'm not. I'm here and then I'm not. Catch me if you can. So literally that's what I'm hearing. If this is a love situation, let's go back. Rewind. If this is a career situation, or a kind of more generally life situation that's not pertaining to love, this could possibly be you losing a battle, or putting a battle down, is what instead of you kind of trying to come address the battle and then back off from it. Or how when you're working on a project, you may run into a challenge along the way. Instead of you putting the project down and not coming back to it again, or only when it benefits you, you're at this point defending the fact that you either just don't want to do the project, or you're going to come back to it. It's not going to be you're going to commit to it, or you're just not. It's not going to be this in between, I'm coming for the wealth and then I'm going to leave again for the fun of it, or for the heck of it, or whatever the case may be. Like, this is an actual, I'm saying that there's a commitment. The friendship is not so much the friendship card here, defending that is not so much a friendship in this case And because it was the computer cord that dropped, you may be frustrated with something at work, or going to drop a project that you previously were working on, or want to revamp the way that it's relating to other people. The way maybe, I'm seeing social media links all over the place. I don't know, some of you guys might be trying to link things together. I was just talking about that with somebody, and that came out in the cards. So that's the way I would interpret it for life. If this has something to do with the general, like just your general, if you're not going through anything in particular, you just might be having a more mellow 2021 so far. Have not abundantly been going out doing anything, partially because we can't. But you're not you're not just out there doing whatever to entertain yourself. It looks like you've settled, and that you're defending this social distancing. No friends being close to you like that right now. So that makes sense too for the general public. So you guys decide how this is applicable to your life. I will get a couple clarifiers. I'm going to keep this kind of short just because I also did a couple other readings earlier, and like I said, I'm exhausted. So let's see what these voodoo cards have to say for us. Clarifiers for Knight of Wands, please. Right. Well, thank you, Divineness. The Dambala La Flambeau just came out. This is you having a lot of passion about not having passion. You guys might be getting a little stir crazy. This guy is all coiled up over flames. I don't know why I'm seeing someone mixing a pot. Instead of you being able to go out and mingle with people, you're at home, maybe breathing fire on yourself. I know that if I sit in a house by myself, sometimes I'm able to kind of process through some of my issues alone, which is the way that I prefer to do it. But I mean, I think if you get cooped up in the house for too long, sometimes your mind starts to, circle and circle, and then you catch fire. It's almost like Babylon's going to catch a fire. Well, your brain is doing all the work right now, because since we can't do certain things, or we can't go certain places, or kind of get that public contact and release some of that pent-up energy there, that may be something that's heavy on your plate, on your mind, on whatever. I don't know why I said plate. There's something about eating here. Are y'all eating really good? Yeah, I got my little inner tube from the COVID, that's for sure, but I like it. So, what you think about that? There's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and Legba La Flambeau came out. So, that's card number 6. And this man is kind of like a spark of life. He's able to use sound, space, the social media links. Yeah, this card just flew out when I said that. I'll get to that one in a second. But these social media links may be on fire right now. Like I said, Babylon's going to catch a fire. This man is winking. He's kind of up to some mischief. He's trying to go ahead and manifest something for himself. The Zaka card came out in the reverse. I can't tell you how many times this card has come out today. This is a recurring theme in almost all the readings, and you've got a whole deck of cards, so that doesn't happen every time that I read tarot. But somebody is defending, or is defensive, because they don't feel like they're cultivating anything. So you might, like I said, you feel like you've been sitting in the house for a year or whatever, almost a year now, and you're ready for some action. Jackson. The social distancing thing may not be working for you. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Rada card and Gueda. So there's 3 coffins in this picture, it just could be killing you softly on the inside that you can't get out of feeling so stir crazy. If this is romance, people are pent up in the house together for almost a whole year. And if you're married or if you're in a relationship, that could be either increasing the passion and this is very red in comparison to the other two cards of the read. So you may be experiencing a lot of passion, and passion goes either way, like I said. So you could be having a lot of conflict because somebody's mischief is now going through your head and it's causing you to breathe fire. Or you could be having a lot of really great interactions with each other where this noise, this heartbeat of social media, of all of these different voltages, amplitudes are coming together to a point where you're able to, a snake it can either be in a straight line, coiled up, weaving through things. This is largely about you speaking your truth. So when they say Babylon is going to catch a fire, this is the catching of fire. You may be trying to catch a fire sign. Leo, Sag, or Aries. You may be trying to make some noise. This man is clapping his hands and you can see the white noise vibrations kind of flying off of him and then out of this snake's mouth. So your bloodline, your family may be stuck in the house together, talking a lot, communicating a lot. There's a lot of chatter, a lot going on. When you're cooped up in a small space, it just feels like, sometimes the space feels like it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, especially the more people that you add, the more input, the more, if you're alone and you're blasting the radio all day long, or if you are, trying to hear yourself think, or grab a new way to cultivate instead of just kind of dying on the inside, you may be needing to try something new. Because this, the rainbow in reverse is just, especially since he's a farmer, I'm hearing the farmer in the dell. Okay, there's something with computers here. The Dell computer, that social media outlet that just came through when this one dropped on the. Maybe you guys are spending more time on the computer because we're all cooped up. There's a whole bunch of ways that people are trying to share information these days, and especially over apps and whatnot where you can FaceTime and video call. You may just be defensive at this point because you're like, you know what? I'm ready to actually go out there and plant some wild oats, whether that, take some thoughts and put them into the ground for the future so that you can start growing that. And you may be feeling like you keep stumbling over this distancing that needs to happen, that's being required at this time. And it's, this man is sitting here, but there's spiders there are little beetles in the grass. I'm going to show you, but I don't know if you can see these blue spiders crawling all over the place, but there's 3 coffins. So literally you may be killing the queue right now. I don't know. If you're literally online all the time, or if you have a job that requires that you be on a lot of meetings, this could definitely be that you feel dead from all the meetings and just kind of you want to either be in a conference room where you can enjoy a face-to-face cup of coffee and a donut with somebody, or you just don't want to have to do all the back and forth shenanigans, the problems with technology, the spider inquiries that they have to send off over here, and then you got to copy and paste it over there. There may be a lot of clerical work that you're not trying to do. If this is romantic, like I said in the beginning, you could be experiencing some type of friction, either good or bad, in the home, but it's also not really cultivating anything new. So the old ways of doing things have to kind of be changed at this point. So, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how long we're going to be going through this. But fact is, I think everybody can agree that we'd like to see what's coming next, right? The cards can tell us, it can give us advice as well. So let's go ahead and get one advice card here. For the future, what do we need to know to help us move through this energy? Okay. I got the 8 of Swords. So this is a really pretty card for a lot of reasons, but partially because she's completely veiled. She's in the middle of a forest with swords all around her, completely veiled. You may feel like you have been shrouded by this entire situation. If it's a romantic situation, you may feel that you're not being seen. She's got a big old pot of some kind of cauldron that it's bubbling over. And I do feel like someone's cooking up a plan to help themselves get out of emotional bondage or feeling tied up, like going stir, just losing their dang mind. That's what I'm getting. So I think you need to, maybe she's able to get up and walk away. None of those swords are actually surrounding her. And in most other decks, especially like the Rider-Waite traditional deck, the swords, the 8 of Swords, are all around a woman who's completely tied up. Her hands are behind her back, and she's got a blindfold on. This woman doesn't have a blindfold on. She's got a veil, and she's not tied up. She's not surrounded. She's just over a bubbling cauldron in the woods, minding her own business, and may have set in some poison ivy or something like that if she's emotionally feeling distraught or tied up. Not literally, but you guys know what I'm talking about. She may be just feeling agitated or irritated or whatever by something, the situation, somebody. If she got left at the altar, maybe you're feeling crazy, like you have alternate realities going on around you, and you're like, what the heck, that could be a thing. So maybe just let yourself be in that space. That's what I'm getting from this. Actually, most of the time I would tell you to just try to move through it. But this was the advice card. Maybe you need to go off in a corner of the world by yourself and ruminate over a couple different things about the ways in which you've veiled yourself, about the ways in which the situation with COVID has veiled other things, people, places, situations, institutions of thought, society, habits. Having a mask on is not really that easy to breathe with a mask over your face, and you're trying to work out, This lady may be trying to work out her relationship, and she's feeling invisible, or she's feeling like doing a cloaking spell for herself because she's not, either doesn't want to be there anymore, so she's trying to hide herself and has put down all of these 8 swords on her way, or, she's also just kind of saying, hey, this is where I'm at right now. I've been hurt this many times emotionally. All of those swords were one, stab in the back from 8 different people. And, I'm ready for some relief. So I'm going to take this tincture, or this, whatever she's making here. She's already gathered all of the herbs that she needs and all of the small flowers, and all of her ideas are already cooking. So all she really needs to do is finish cooking and pick up the cauldron, walk away, and kind of acknowledge, maybe drink her own tea. You can only control yourself. You can try to control other people, but good luck. So yeah, that's all I got. You guys have a good one, and I'll be back. Bye.